I was originally on the finance track, but as an undergrad, I studied economics and poli-sci. So one thing led to another, and law seems to be the inevitable landing spot of econ poli-sci grads. I have been practicing antitrust with Axinn since I finished law school. That's a tough one. A lot of good advice over the years, but 2 points come to mind. Don't be afraid to speak up. As a young lawyer, there may be a tendency to, maybe you're unwilling to or afraid to speak up sometimes, but some of the best advice I've gotten is that you shouldn't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and to demonstrate what you know. And the other thing is to pick your battles. You can't always fight every fight, and you can't always win every fight. And as a young lawyer, you may have views on things, and you shouldn't be afraid to express them, but you need to know when to do that smartly and effectively. So pick your battles. So for an attorney starting in 2019, something I wish I knew, something I wish I knew the first day I started, as opposed to maybe a little while later. The first matter you work on, and frankly all the matters you work on when you're junior, you should really aspire to become a master of the facts, not just the law, not just the legal research, but you should really aspire to understand the facts inside and outside, because that's how you can add the most value. And it may well be where you actually have the most knowledge of anyone on the team. And that makes it easier for you to speak up when you know something. So as an antitrust lawyer, I am fortunate enough to learn about a lot of different industries, and maybe not every morning, but I feel like, at least once a week, I'm learning about something completely new, or some part of an industry that I didn't know actually existed. And I think that's quite intellectually satisfying to learn, not just that these different industries exist, but also how they work and how they operate and how they affect the lives of regular people. I have spent about half of my life living overseas. So it's interesting to have lived in the US once and then lived for several years in between in a different country, and then to come back here after the fact. So it's a little bit, I think, an international perspective. But who knows if that's true or not.